Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to another Throwback Thursday video. So in last week's video, I mentioned that it was kind of really like neck and neck between the Alien Cosmetics Phases palette and the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. And in the end, Phases won, so that's what you guys saw last week. So this week we're going to do the Thirsty palette. So I've done like a couple of looks with this palette so far on my channel. I've done one where I did just completely only using this palette. And with that look, I kind of focused more on these kind of peachy colors. I put this color across the lid, and I think I had the pop of blues on the lower lash line. And then you guys saw this palette kind of made a little appearance in my palette bingo that I did with Butte Bean just a week or two ago. And the colors that I got out of that one was this blue shade and then this shade again. So I kind of want to just use other colors that I haven't used on my channel. So I'm thinking I might actually do something with these brown and like warm tones right here. And I really want to use the yellow because I haven't really messed with this yellow very much yet. So I don't have a full idea of what I want to do yet, but that's kind of my plan because, you know, the whole point of these videos, in my opinion, is to use some colors that I haven't already shown you guys or do a different type of look than what I've already shown you. Or for me, if I haven't played with certain colors to get me using those colors. So that's what I want to do for today's video. So let me start thinking. I'm probably going to go ahead and do one eye and then I'll show you guys the other eye because yeah, I have no idea what I want to do yet. So let me think of something and I'll show you guys what I came up with. All right, so I was going to do this eye first and then show you guys how to get it on the other eye. But as you can tell, this one is a little red and irritating. Yeah, I had one of my usual eye freakouts. I think I accidentally got some glitter in my eye and it just did not like that very much. So I think it's finally stopped watering. I managed to like get everything off without screwing my makeup up completely. Put some Visine in my eyes. So we're just gonna let this eye chill and I'm gonna show you what I now know that I'm going to do on this eye. And then hopefully by the time I'm ready to do this eye, it'll calm down. So at least this way it's a surprise for you guys, but I know what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna start by priming my lid and I'm going to leave it tacky. So for this look, I was kind of inspired by the look I just did on Tuesday's video with the Gothic Gardens palette. I really liked kind of just the patting the one color all over the lid. I'm gonna do a little bit more to zhuzh it up a little bit, but that's kind of what we're starting with. So I'm taking this kind of flat, fluffy brush and I'm going into drizzle and it's going all over the lid. And now that I have it completely laid down, I'm just gonna take a little bit more like on the tip of the brush and make sure it's right in the crease, kind of pat it in there, and then just kind of wiggle the brush back and forth to kind of blend it a bit. It just kind of softens the edges. All right, next up, going into Kumquat, this shade right here, and I'm using just a smaller blending brush, and I'm gonna blend this right over the edges right here. And then of course you guys know I wanted to use the yellow, so we're gonna go into Quench and I'm just using a fluffy brush. I'm gonna blend that right along the top edge of this color. All right, something like that. You kind of get a little gradient. I'm gonna just go back into that original first drizzle shade and just make sure it's still nice and dark. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down to the lower lash line and we're literally going to repeat the exact same steps. I'm gonna do the darkest shade at drizzle closest to the lash line. And I'm just using a liner brush for more control. And then with a fat pencil brush using Quench, and that goes right underneath it. And then this time for the yellow, I'm using kind of an angular blending brush. So it's still a smaller detailed brush, and I've got the yellow shade, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly buff this underneath. And then just to kind of add a little bit more depth to the outer portion, I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth between drizzle and kumquat until I like the depth I've got. So start by stamping a little bit of the brown drizzle shade. I just want it to be, I'm not doing like a wing or anything like that. I just want it to have a little flare out, and then going into kumquat. I think that's actually gonna be good. I like that. Okay, inner corner highlight. That's kind of where I screwed up the first time. I put some of my Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter on the inner corner. I still might, but I'm not gonna go as crazy this time. That's, I think, how I ended up with glitter in my eye and my eye watering all over the place. So I'm gonna use a highlighter this time. I'm just gonna use this pencil brush, and I have my Bombshell Cosmetica Be Sweet highlighter palette. It looks like this. I'm thinking this shade right here, which is Bumblebee, because it has similar tones to what we've got going on. I'm just gonna pop that. There we go. I think that helps, and my eye's not watering, so that's a good thing. And I like to bring it up to meet and a little underneath too. Okay. All right, so last step for the shadows, I'm gonna add a little touch of glitter from the palette. So I'm gonna use this shade right here, which is Plunge. First, I'm gonna take some of my Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm just going to get that on my finger. I'm just gonna pat this mostly into the center of the lid. And then once I've got it on there, I'm just gonna tap a little bit outward. So most of it's gonna be concentrated on the center of the lid. And now going into the Plunge shade right there, I'm gonna first tap it, kind of stamp it, because I don't want a lot to fall out. Stamp it onto the center. And then just take a little bit and tap it around the rest of it. There we go. For the waterline, I'm gonna use Mr. Bing from ColourPop so that it stays with the kind of brown tones. And then I'm gonna do mascara and lashes off camera, and I'll come back to finish up with the lips. I'm just gonna use my ColourPop BFF mascara, and then I'm gonna try out these House of Lashes. This is Allure Light. So I'm gonna try these out and see if these work. I think they'll look nice with it. But I'm not gonna do a wing line or anything, just mascara and lashes. So I'll be right back. All right guys, these are the eyes done. I do not like these lashes. I literally have been fighting with these lashes, but I'm done fighting. They look decent enough. So let's go ahead and just finish things up. I do want to stick with a Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. So I picked out two. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go with yet. I can either stick with the orange theme and do Pumpkin Pie, or I can vamp it up a little bit and do Designer Blood. I think I want to stick with orange because it is one of my favorite Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, and I love orange. Okay, so the overline got a little out of hand, but what can you do? Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. So I'm really happy with the way this look turned out. I mean, I wanted to use the yellow, so I did, but I really like the kind of warm, sort of orangey vibe that some of these colors had that I didn't really expect. So, I mean, usually when I use this palette, I'm drawn to these shades right here, and of course, these like two bright colors right there. So I'm really glad I kind of stepped out and used a bit of the more brown and warm tones. And of course I got to use that yellow that I wanted to use so badly. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.